Hey guys, and welcome to the eye portion of this haul video, and this is where things get a little bit crazy. I say a little bit, I mean that I went really crazy. I purchased some stuff from Sephora. I got really good deals on some Dior palettes. I would never normally go this nuts on such high-end stuff, but the deals that I was offered were way too good to pass up, and there were things that I've been wanting for a while, and I will probably not be buying anything for a long time. I know I've said this before, but I'm pretty sure I'm done now. So we're gonna jump right in and start with the Sephora order. I know, I ordered stuff from Sephora. It was crazy. And I probably won't order anything again from Sephora for a long time because, like, they add your, like, sometimes, this is going to sound really bad, but sometimes you can avoid customs when you order from overseas. Like, they can get past customs and it's fine. But when you order from Sephora, they add it on beforehand. And, yeah. And it's a little bit, like, it made the order £40 more than what I thought it was originally gonna be. I mean, I could have gotten it past customs. It was a small box. It was a small box. But you know, we're good. Although I do like that they can do that, so you don't get lumped with a surprise charge, that you can get charged your customs before it even gets shipped. I think more companies should maybe offer that or do that or whatever, you know. But anyways, let's talk about the products. I ordered some stuff from Anastasia. As you guys know, in the UK, we can only order certain things from Sephora. I can order the Anastasia eyeshadows, but I can't order the container to put them in. Logic. So, I'm just going to quickly open these guys up. Even though I've heard amazing things about Anastasia eyeshadows, I didn't want to go overboard, so I just picked the 4 that I was most interested in, and I may order other ones at a later point. But yeah, we'll just get started with these ones. This first shade is Morocco. Oh! That was stupid. Okay, so this first shade is Morocco. Oh! That is pretty. It looks like a shade in the Kat Von D palette though. Yes, I got Kat Von D palette. I just spoiled it. Oh well. You're gonna see it anyway. This next one is in Sienna. And there is Sienna. Oddly very similar to Morocco. It's like a hair different. Oh my lord. But they look different in the pan. They look, well, they don't look a whole lot different, do they? Oh wells. It's a color I like, so it's a color I'll use. This next one is in burnt orange. And it looks like this. And I've been hearing people go on about burnt orange for like a year and a half now, so I was like, yes, I kind of need this in my life, and I don't understand why it's so hyped, because look at it. It's kind of like, that's on my finger, that's it on my hand. Maybe it goes on the eye better. Like, finger swatching is not always the best indicator of the quality of a product. And this last one is in Red Earth, and the swatch on the site was a lot different to this, and I'm not entirely, like, again, finger swatching is not exactly the best indicator. That's one pass and there's 2. I mean, it's nice and everything, but I thought it'd be a bit more, if you know what I mean. I thought it would be a bit more like this. So we'll give them a play about, and then I will let you guys know what I actually think of them once I've had them on my face. These next pieces I'm not going to sit and swatch because they're large palettes, But I did finally cave and get the Visart neutral matte palette. I've been looking at this for a long time and it's really pretty. I kind of wanted to get a couple of the little 6-pan ones and maybe the jewel tone version of this, but I will play with this, see what I think of the formula, because not only would these be awesome just for everyday use, they'd be awesome for my kit as well. I'm pursuing makeup artistry again. I've gotten rejuvenated interest in makeup artistry. There's like there's a bit of a boost in demand for makeup artistry, so I'm seeing a window here for me to jump in. Whole other video talk about that if you want, but not just now. So, you know, this is a dual purpose kind of thing. Great, it'd be great for me, but if I can get the makeup artistry thing going again, this and the other palettes in this range would be awesome. Just, they'd be fab. The other palettes that I picked up were the Tartlette palettes because, oh my god, you guys! Shay, from that girl Shay XO. Oh, honey. Just the stuff I watch her put on her damn face. Girl. She is absolutely bomb at makeup. I will link her in the info box. I've been watching Shay for like 3 years now. She's come on leaps and bounds, but she's always been amazing. She's always had amazing style in her makeup, and yeah. So this is the Tartlette, which is beautiful rosy neutrals. And then this is the one I'm most excited about, which is the Tartlette in Bloom. If I can get the thing off so it doesn't reflect. The Tartlette in Bloom, the more warmy toned ones. It's got a couple of cool tones around this corner, but oh guys, this one. I'm gonna swatch 3. I'm gonna swatch Firecracker, Rebel, and Leader. These are the ones I was most like gaga over. Oh! Hello. Firecracker, Rebel, and Leader. Ah! That was not an attractive face, but there you go. As I mentioned, yes, I did get the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I was originally looking at it on Sephora, but recently Debenhams started carrying Kat Von D in the UK, and it kind of worked out way more. It would have been way more expensive if you include the tax to get it from Sephora, but it worked out. I think this was like, it was either 32 or 36 pounds here, but to buy it from Sephora was like 42, which was crazy. So I just picked it up from Debenhams. And this is what it looks like. I used it for the first time today and I love it. I'm hooked on this shade and this shade. Oh, they're gorgeous. This guy in the transition. The palette still smells like glue. That's how fresh it is. But this guy is fabulous. I've been eyeing this up for a long time. I knew I was going to like it. I love the colour range. I love the pigmentation. It is a touch powdery. I will say that. These shadows are a touch powdery. But I'm super excited and so happy to have them. And you get... Wow, you get a lot of product in here actually. The large ones are 2.3 grams each and the smaller ones are 1.1 grams, so you get slightly more than a MAC shadowy-ish. And that's pretty decent. I picked up another Lacome palette because I've been really enjoying Terre d'Ivoire. I featured it in my last favourites video. This is Brun au Naturel, which is like this. It is gorgeous. I filmed a face of the day using it and I will be up relatively soon. I will link it in the info box once it's up. But these are just gorgeous, richly pigmented colours. Lancome put together beautiful, beautiful palettes. I will say not all the palettes work well together, but you just kind of have to accept that sometimes that the palettes aren't going to create a look together. Sometimes you have to leave certain colors out and bring other things in from other places, but this guy works so good just on its own. If you're wanting just a go-to daily palette from Lancome, this would be one to go for. I've been looking into getting a Guerlain palette for the last couple of years. I've just never really bitten the bullet to buy one, and then when I went to go get one, I realised that they had stopped doing the quads. They were phasing them out and they'd brought in these new ones, and I was like, I'm in an hour and over, and I was like, well, if you do the same as you did with the last lot, then by the time you get round to it, they're going to be phasing out again, and then you're not going to get to enjoy it really. So I just sucked it up and picked it up, and this is in the shade Tonka Imperiale. And just like a week after I bought it, I picked up magazines that I get every month, and this was in quite a lot of them. So I'm like, I think I'm ahead of the curve. So full of myself. I haven't actually used this yet, so I can't give you any indication of the quality, but the colors are beautiful. The packaging is so insanely gorgeous. Like, you can have this anywhere, and you can even tuck it under. It's lovely. So you can have it like sitting sort of at an angle on your desk. I'll swatch a couple of the shades here for you. So that's the middle 3 shades there. I think this is going to make a really gorgeous neutral everyday eye, or you can amp it up for a gorgeous date night smoky. So I'm really happy. So on to the most ridiculous purchase of my life, and that is 4 Dior palettes. Some of these I was getting like 15% off. Some of them I was getting 15% off, and I was getting 10% cash back, so it's like getting 25% off of them. And then the other ones, one I didn't pay for, and another one I got like £10 worth of points back on. So yeah, I got one for free, 2 of them 25% off, and one of them was effectively like £10 off. So yeah, that's my justification, guys. That's all I can do. So this first one is, I don't know how to say it, Pied de Poule, Pied de Poulet, possibly. I will hold it up for you guys. Anyone who speaks French, please let me know. We didn't learn this in French, but this is, if you're looking for a palette, like if you like smoky eyes, or you don't do smoky eyes very often, you don't want multiples of things like with smoky colors in it, this would be an awesome palette. So those are your 3 things. You've got like a dark smoky navy. This has slightly an aubergine tinge to it, and this is a smoky green shade. You've also got a matte black and an inner corner highlight. So if you just had like other palettes, you could introduce these colors. That's your inner corner highlight there. You could just introduce these colors and create whatever smoky eye you wanted. This would be a great addition to smaller collections, just for something like that. Even if you're only using it a couple of times a year, I think it would be well worth it. Next one is Cuir Cannage, and this was in the fall collection, I believe. And isn't it stunning? It is fabulous. The pigmentation on this is amazing. And there's a little inner corner highlight there as well. This is gorgeous. Like, if you had like a reddish tone or like a reddish plum tone eyeshadow going along with this, you could totally recreate that Chanel quad that everyone went crazy over and totally sold out everywhere, that you can't get it anywhere. That would totally duplicate that. This next one is in Amber Nuit, which is a very similar one to Cuir Cannage. Cannage. I'm not entirely sure how to say it. This is Cuir Cannage, and this is Amber Nuit. It's got a similar feel to it. Obviously it's a bit more light. And I'll quickly swatch these for you. Not my best swatching action. But there they are there. It actually really reminds me a lot of Rosy Tan, but instead of this colour here, it has like a baby pink, which I don't use at all. Whereas this is like an ideal substitute, a nice like peachy tan colour. Beautiful, beautiful. I will do a blog post and compare this with Rosy Tan. And lastly is Amber Design, and this is one that I've been wanting for years, but the design Quintes are the ones that have the 4 shadows and the gel liner, and every so often they sort of vanish for a while, and they've just brought them back. And this is the Amber Design one, and it is gorgeous. So richly pigmented. I love that shimmer, and the liner looks like it's going to be really, really good. So, yeah. You know, the thing that put me off about getting this the first time is I don't like the idea of powders and creams in the same compact. I'm sure a lot of people feel the same. But again, like with the Guerlain Quads, I put it off so long that it vanished. So, yeah. That's kind of the whole movement behind purchasing these things. I was getting sick of and ahhing over things and then missing out on them, so I decided just to fuck it and get them. Next I have a few single shadows. I got 2 from L'Oreal. This first one is in Golden Nude, which I have on my lid today with the Kat Von D palette. This is gorgeous, guys. If you're looking for the perfect Christmas party shadow, this is it. This is beautiful. You need this in your life. Just, you need it. It's not often that I say you need something and I'm like serious. Like, this is super cheap. It's beautiful finish, beautifully pigmented, easy to work with, and really, really cheap. So you can't really go wrong with it. This other one, I was looking for a nice sort of drugstore transition shade. This is in Macaroon Vanille. And there is a swatch of it there. It's not quite as deep as I hoped it would be, but I think it will still kind of work, especially for like daytime looks. If you're looking for a really, really soft transition colour, I think this might be a good one to look into. I picked up some Bobbi Brown eyeshadows. Finally, I've been eyeing up Bobbi Brown eyeshadows ever since I first saw YouTube, to be honest. When I first saw Bobbi Brown eyeshadows, I actually thought it was Whitney Houston's husband. That's so sad to admit. Because his name is Bobbi Brown, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. And they had it in John Lewis, and John Lewis is super expensive, so I never ever went in to look at it. And then when I first started watching YouTube and saw all these girls with Bobbi Brown stuff, and I was like, you know what? It actually looks really nice. And I put it off for like 6 years. So we have Toast, which is beautiful, and it's kind of what I thought that Macaroon Vanilla would look like, which it obviously doesn't, but Toast is fabulous. And then we have Camel, which I've used a couple of times already. Beautiful. I blame Jen from Jan 1. Blame Jen 1. She pushed me over the edge for these, just watching her use them constantly. And this last one here is Burnt Sugar. I haven't actually used this one yet. It's a lot more cool toned than I was expecting, because usually when something is sugar, it's a lot more golden or warm toned. But there is a Burnt Sugar. It has got like a warm base, but it is definitely a little bit cooler than I thought it was going to be. But I will definitely Be excited to use this one. I think it'll go great with like khaki and stuff. I picked up a shade from Clinique. This is in the shade Black Honey. They use the Black Honey color in quite a few things. I have one of their almost lipsticks in Black Honey. It's really, really nice. And this is the eyeshadow. It's a very different color. It kind of looks like Escape in Bordeaux from L'Oreal. But it's beautiful. Really, really nice. I think this would be like if you made everything else matte around it and made this like the showcase eyeshadow, it would look fabulous. I'm so happy to get that. I don't hear many people talk about Clinique eyeshadows or just Clinique makeup in general, which is a shame because they have so much good stuff. Like I've heard people talk about the Chubby Sticks, and the Chubby Sticks, the color, the pop blushes, some of the chubby eye pencils, and some people have talked about the stick foundation, but everything else no one really talks about. They have some really, really good products in there. We have some Kiko stuff. Kiko opened a store in Aberdeen. I will link my post about that in the info box. But I picked up 3 shadows from them. This first one is in shade 03. It's one of their smart shadows. They have, some of them have numbers, some of them have names. But yeah, this is in 03. It's a gorgeous rusty bronze shade. Next we have the High Pigment in number 54, which is very similar to that Clinique shade, but it's a lot more purple. It's, if the Clinique one was a bit more like an aubergine. Very, very nice. And then this one I'm not too impressed with. This is the Baked Duo. The Bright Duo. It's a baked shadow in the shade 15. I picked it up because I thought it was quite unique. You know, I think it must have just been a coating on the top that made me not like it, because this is a way more pigmented than it was swatching when I first picked it up. But yeah, I really like it now. This is how it's swatched in the store. When I swatched it when I got home, it was nowhere near as pigmented as that, so I am guessing it must have just been a film. And lastly is the eyelinery type products. I will start with the Clinique one. This is their cream shaper for eyes in the shade Chocolate Luster. They had really nice shades of this. I've never really heard much people talk about their liners, but this is a gorgeous creamy liner in a gorgeous shade of brown. The Kiko ones, I picked up one of their pencil liners. It was crazy, like the store opened on Black Friday, so I couldn't really get much of what I was looking for, but what I did get I really like. I thought this would be great for inner corner highlighting. This is in the shade 03. I also managed to get a hold of a couple, well, 3 of their stick shadows, which I've heard people go on about for ages, and they were not wrong. These are fabulous. This is the shade number 7. Beautiful, beautiful. The shade 25, which is a bit more taupe. Looks like that. It's like a grey taupe shade. And then this last one is a gorgeous, gorgeous brown. It's in the shade 04. Just, oh, that's fabulous. They had another one that had a lot more, it was like a lighter brown with a chock full of like gold shimmer, but they were out of that one. This was like the closest one I could get to it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick gift set, which I've been eyeing up for years, thinking that I might get it for Christmas from someone. You can only drop so many hints, and never did, so I decided to just pick it up myself. We have Aubergine. This one is in Amethyst, if I can get it open. Amethyst is beautiful. Then we have Rose Gold, which is the one I was most excited for. There's Rose Gold. I was worried it was going to be similar to the Kiko one, but it's completely different. And then we have Tuxedo, whatever. I say things weird sometimes. And that is more of like a, it's almost like a green based black. Very nice. And the reason I was wanting the gift set version is because they're small. It means I might actually get them finished before they like go bad or whatever. So yeah, I'm super freaking excited. And just while I have you guys here, I might as well show you the polishes that I got from Kiko. I got 3 polishes. This one here is what's currently chipping off my nails because it's been on there for like a week now and I've just not bothered to like take it off. This gorgeous, oh, I should tell you the number, should I? This is in the shade 05, is beautiful. This one is in the shade, yeah, the shade 29. It's like a lilac-y cement color, should we say, maybe? It's slightly different to what I thought it was because the lights and everything in the store. I thought it was going to be a bit lighter than this, but it's still a really pretty color. I don't think I have anything like that in my collection. And then we have this gorgeous one, which my mum tried to steal from me. This is in shade 56, and I may actually go back and get another one to give to her for Christmas. So yeah, these would be cute little you know, little stocking filler type things. It'd be so adorable. So yeah, that's it for this video. Again, I don't really want them to get too long. The next one will be all the lip products, and yeah, I'm still waiting for a couple of packages to come. As I mentioned, I do have a ColourPop order currently sitting at customs waiting to be paid for. I think I haven't heard anything back yet. I'm still waiting for my Makeup Geek stuff, which shipped 2 weeks ago. And I think is lost into the abyss of postage, possibly. So I will be getting onto them to either find out where my packages or get damn refund, because this ain't crack-a-lackin'. So I will catch you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching, and yeah, bye bye.